Hello and welcome to Bhutan This Week, our weekly news magazine program. I'm Samtin Dolkar. Our top stories this week: poster ballot facilitation booths make voting a breeze. The much-awaited Armature Bridge finally completes construction. Fertility Clinic with the National Referral Hospital helps more than 20 women get pregnant since 2016. Motorists will no longer have to worry about finding a parking space in Bajo Town in Wangdifotang. The newly constructed 4 million Yutum parking space comes to the rescue. It was constructed to ease the traffic congestion problem in the town.
The parking place in Bajo Town looks well organized, but these cars belong to the tenants living here. When these parking spaces are occupied, others find it difficult to park their cars. But much to the relief of the motorists, a new parking space opened in Bajo yesterday. It can accommodate about 80 cars and has toilets. Beginning Monday, all taxis will have to be parked here.
The people of Bajo Town have been facing shortage of parking space since the numbers of vehicles are increasing. There are over 200 taxis in Bajo. I requested the Zongkhak for financial support to construct this parking space.
So far, we had to keep all the taxis and private vehicles together due to shortage of appropriate parking space. Actually, the earlier parking space was just for taxis. Moreover, passengers were facing problem without toilets. So we are expecting that this new parking space would benefit us a lot.
However, it is not only the upcoming plans for Bajo here in Wangdifotang, but also have several other plans such as recreational park constructions here in the core area and extension of the town till Bajo Haga. Moreover, the Valley of Garden is also in the plan.
That was Chenga Doji from Wangdifotang. People across the country voted on Thursday through the poster ballot facilitation booths, a new service by the Election Commission. The facility has been introduced to increase voter turnout. Thimphu has the highest number of facilitation booths at 10. The booths will remain open for 3 days till Saturday.
Many people visited the facilitation booths to cast their votes through this newly introduced facility. In the capital, there are 10 such booths spread across the district. The booths, however, will only cater to postal voters who have registered for it beforehand. From a total of almost 89,000 postal voters in the country, more than 59,000 registered to vote through poster ballot facilitation booths. Thimphu alone has more than 15,000 people registered for this service, and many are welcoming the new facility.
This facility is convenient for us. Unlike before, those working in private companies now do not have to go to their own circles to vote. This facility is very beneficial as this facility can save our expenditure and we do not have to waste our time as well.
This facility provided by the ECB is very convenient for us. Everything was fine. This facility is convenient for everyone.
The booths will stay open from 9 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. The Election Commission says they are expecting more turnout in the next 2 days. The ECB is also operating mobile facilitation booths for prisoners and people with special needs. Chonitama for BBS News.
The 9-day Jannachite Kareem began from Saturday last week at the Pangrizampai School of Astrology in Thimphu. It is being presided over by the former Yangbilebe Sangedoji. More than 150 monks are presiding over the prayers. The Kareem is being performed for the well-being of all sentient beings and for the peace and prosperity in the country. Bhutan lost over 10 billion yutum as fiscal incentives and tax exemptions in the last 10 years. The Finance Ministry published the details recently following the opposition party's demand to make public all the beneficiaries of the fiscal incentives. Of the fiscal incentives granted, half of it went to the service sector. Considering the customs duty and sales tax, Drukgyal Corporation received the highest exemption of 1.7 billion yutum in the sector. This is attributed to purchase of aircrafts and related equipment. Bhutan Telecom and Bhutan Power Corporation received a tax break of 1 billion yutum, each followed by Tashi Infocom and Tashi Air. In the manufacturing sector, over 4 billion yutum was forgone as fiscal incentives from January 2008 to February 2018. For the same period, the health and education were granted tax break of 266 million yutum. In the tourism sector, 171 hotels benefited from the tax incentive amounting to almost 448 million yutum. The opposition demanded the loss after the Prime Minister asked the Anti-Corruption Commission to investigate possible case of policy corruption involving the former Works and Human Settlement Minister Rishi Jimba. Bhutan Hotels Private Limited, owned by the daughter of former Minister Rishi Jimba, was granted exemption on customs duty and sales tax of 80 million yutum from 2012 to 2016. Bhutan Ventures Hospitality Private Limited is the second biggest beneficiary in the tourism sector with an exemption of 25 million yutum. Considering income tax exemption, Taj Tashi had the highest immunity of over 71 million yutum, followed by Amankora in Punakha with over 9 million yutum. The other beneficiaries of fiscal incentives includes travel agents, ICT, transport sectors, and film and media sectors. Samton Tolkar, BBS News. The last generation of professional potters of Gangzur village in Lhunse is down to one single person. The last potter is now in her 60s. With the younger generation showing little interest in the profession, it now faces the danger of extinction.
Pottery is an age-old art in Gangzur that is a source of livelihood for people like Tsewang Choden. The 60-year-old learned the art at the age of 13 from her mother. Because of her skills, the whole village is well known today for its pottery making culture.
I earn good money, but it doesn't come easy. It needs a lot of hard work and dedication. There are a lot of process in making pottery, from digging clay to getting firewood. Otherwise, we get good income and most of our goods are sold in Thimphu.
With time, locals are now taking up other lucrative professions. A pottery house was set up in the village, but only few took interest. Gangzur Gapkinzang Doji fears the tradition could fade away.
There are more than 20 households in Gangzur village and 16 volunteered to form a chopa. But after the project was completed, only 2 to 3 people took up earthen pottery. Many gave up because it needed hard work and dedication.
Tsewang's pots sell like hotcake in the market, but her worry is the art set to die away slowly. For reaching YouTube in Lindsay, this is Ringdandu for BBS News.
The much-awaited Armature Bridge is finally complete. The bridge connecting Phinseling and Samtse will be opened to traffic by next month. Last-minute works are going on in full swing.
The construction of this bridge began a decade ago. After missing 5 deadlines, the bridge is finally complete. Today, works such as painting, electrification and other finishing touches are being completed. Once complete, this will be the first 3-dimensional parabolic semi-through arc bridge in the country. This double-lane bridge is 175 meters long. Presently, people use the suspension bridge.
For us teachers in Panbri school and people nearby, This bridge will immensely help us. Currently, even if we have a car, we park it at other side and carry the loads ourselves through this temporary bridge. Some even ride their bikes over it, so it's risky. We are hopeful that the bridge will be completed soon.
For every work, we have to buy materials from Fiscal. We don't get it easily from Samtsi. We at least take 6 hours to reach Toroka if we travel through India. From here, it is just 2 hours ride. Though the roads are wider in India, it is safer here, so we prefer to travel in this route only.
The 245 million worth bridge will also connect Ha to Phinsiling.
As of now, people have to travel through Indian highway to reach Samtse. But once this bridge is complete, it is going to reduce the distance by nearly 20 kilometers. According to the people, through this route, they will not only get to travel anytime they want to, but will also be safer for them. This is Sonam Penjo from Phinsiling for BBS News.
Weavers of Laya's famous hat for women are on the decline. The hat, which is an integral part of the Highlanders' culture, now has only 3 weavers left. Worst still, others in Laya community show no interest to learn the art.
The hat is worn when women of Laya adorn themselves in the traditional Laya attire. But now wearing the hat has become a trend for special occasions like Sechu. Back in the village, only a few are seen wearing the hat. Here in Laya, their hat is one of their most important traditions, and now including Chimidem and her husband, there are only 3 people left who can weave these hats. She has been weaving the hat for almost 15 years now, a trade passed on by her late father. It takes her an entire day to finish a hat, which fetches her 600 Newton.
It is good if young people show interest in learning hat weaving from me, but as of now, no one has shown interest to learn hat weaving.
Chimidem is worried that soon hats from India will replace this hat made from bamboo.
If at all the hat is not made here, I'm sure replicas of the hat made from plastic will come from India. I think if they have the bamboo sample, they will be able to make plastic hat. Here in our village, there are neither weavers nor those who show interest to learn.
Chimidem says no one, not even the Gyog administration, is taking initiative to preserve the hat tradition. Most women now are seen wearing kira, another reason why the hat is not worn.
Now, young women wear kira. If they don't wear zoom, the hat will disappear. We have to put on the hat if we wear zoom. This is our tradition. We don't wear the hat when we wear kira, but young women these days prefer kira. The hat tradition might disappear.
As Laya opens up to the outside world, their hat may soon become the victim of rapid modernization. From Gaza, Sharab Doji, BBS News.
2 men are under police custody in 2 separate cases. A 39-year-old male teacher in Thimphu has been arrested for allegedly molesting schoolgirls. He is alleged to have molested 9 girls since 2017. The accused was arrested after a parent made a complaint. The vice principal is also accused of attempting to rape one of the students in his office. In another case, a male hospital staff has been arrested for raping a 28-year-old woman. According to police, the suspect has admitted to having sex with the victim after injecting her with anesthesia. Both cases are being further investigated. The Fertility Clinic at the National Referral Hospital helped over 20 couples conceive since it started in 2016. The clinic gives 2 types of treatments: ovulation induction or OI and intrauterine insemination or IUI. Ovulation induction is treating women with drugs to increase their chances of producing eggs. In intrauterine insemination, sperm is placed inside a woman's uterus for fertilization.
About 5 patients visit this fertility clinic every day. Over 300 couples came to the clinic so far, but not many of them reported back after conceiving. Dr. Ugen Somo said, sometimes women do not show up for full treatment, which also affects the success rate. And sometimes the clinic runs short of drugs affecting treatments.
If women are undergoing treatment, they should at least try 3 to 4 cycles. We call it success only if a woman takes home a baby. So take-home baby rate in vitro fertilization is also around 40% only, even in the best of institutes, even in the West and in the region. So IUI and OI has a less success rate.
Although the treatments helped a lot of couples, there are risks associated with it. Sometimes, a woman lands up carrying multiple babies, and there are also complications of babies attaching outside the uterus. In rare cases, babies are attached both inside and outside the uterus.
We always give women drugs to produce many eggs. So that has a side effect called overstimulation. So that is quite dangerous. The other main complication is that they have more babies. We call multiple pregnancy. So they have twins or sometimes even triplets. The likelihood of her not going to 9 months is less, because sometimes they have miscarriage, sometimes there is preterm birth with babies dying. No?
The causes of infertility are beyond a man's inability to produce enough sperms or a woman's failure to produce eggs.
If the male partner is taking too many hot baths or working in a bakery or places where the temperature is very high, so that also affects some semen quality. Overweight people might be having diabetes, and also that diabetes also causes some sort of nerve disorder, and they also have problems. If women are overweight, they usually have problem with menstruation, so they do not have menstruation every month.
Couples can go for in vitro fertilization abroad if the clinic fails to help them. Poop Game for BBS News.
Better facilities are attracting more farmers from across How Valley to its Sunday vegetable market. This puts the facility constructed last year to its optimum use, leaving both sellers and buyers happy.
It's early morning and the market is already bustling with activity. Farmers and regular vegetable vendors display goods by their sides as buyers browse through their choices. Among them is 65 years old Pem. Counting her sale returns, she recalls on how things have changed in the last few months.
The previous vegetable shed was also located here. However, unlike the new market, it was dusty and not black-topped. The new facility is more comfortable for us to do business.
Tauge, who has been selling vegetables for the last 15 years in the locality, also shared similar thoughts over improved facilities.
Whether it shines or rains, we no longer have to worry about doing business. Moreover, the present Zongda helped in renovating the new market area, which has benefited us.
But it is not just local farmers and vegetable vendors the new market has tempted. Tandin Wangchuk came all the way from Punakha to sell his varieties of rice.
I feel such vegetable shed benefits people like us. The Zonggok administration has constructed it properly. Also, the area is kept clean with adequate space for people to walk through.
With 4 sheds, the market can accommodate up to 100 vendors. The facility, worth 3.5 million yutum, also has proper fencing to avoid animals from getting inside.
For now, the newly constructed vegetable market shed has attracted vendors from different places of Ha to take up commercial farming. With camera person Leki Cherup from Ha, this is Pasang Doji for BBS News.
Determination can move mountains. This has come true in the case of Kincho Doji from Dagana. 68 years of age and visually impaired, he has not let this obstacle stand in his way. Today he runs an acre of farm growing hazelnuts. This is the house Kincho Dorji lives in with his 87-year-old mother Minduzam. They spent most of their time praying, but he also has to take out time to go out into the fields. 3 years ago, Kincho and his mother planted around 250 hazelnuts. The plants require frequent tending, and he does the job with help from his mother.
최조선가 저거에 등하기 베라면서 다이처럼 up서게 게베 등하로 미터기 다시나네베 두 안나 두세메처럼 랍다세 대처럼 쳔디 바베베데 라버 쳔시 미터기 나타베베데 베다세 때라 아님쯤마 버서 동메자디 쿵미살라빌라
레마다 방아치 마르니 아니메 베고베 센도 일라세 코 미기 마통가 지케 마치
Kincho, who was once a monk, lost his eyesight in his mid-30s. Although he has 8 children and 3 siblings, today he lives alone with his mother. He found it hard to get support in any form.
rangi besumminti be dushinale teru taru ta matar mata salabela rangi chege ta digi be teru debet digi chaji debe cham digi be nam me ra chamchi menne salabela te mataru gadi be mola te rangi buchuge ranlu gomi chewo ba de shingi de rangi de mishiwo ba de la ta nam mitana de gage ham go.
The mother and son are also frequently visited by officials from Mountain Hazelnuts, the company which helped the two start their farm.
I go all around, but I come here quite often because Kincho shows a lot of interest and he also does the work well. So whatever I learn from my trainings, I come here and teach him.
Kincho is one among 70 other households in this gyok who grow hazelnuts. But he stands out from the crowd, an example of defying the odds with sheer will. From Namge Wanchu in Dagana, Sabdan Dolkar, BBS News. For traditional Desho paper makers in Tashiantse, the scarcity of Dabni bark in the community will be addressed soon. The Bumdaling Wildlife Sanctuary has embarked into mass cultivation of the plant.
65 years old Gonpolar from Phanting village has been making Deshu for almost 3 decades now. Unlike in the past, he says, the main raw materials, Dabni bark, is no longer available in abundance in the nearby forest. He often has to visit another village, which is about 4 hours walk from the nearest roadhead to get the bark. To address this scarcity, the Bomdiling Wildlife Sanctuary planted around 1,500 wild Dabni saplings in Panglakarpo Community Forest last year.
아니 준이디 남삼 레심 키워진다 펜디 봄토라 펜디 봄토디 당 마치 마홍벌레 마세바디 아니 알로게 알로다 미럽
Today, there are 3 Deshu manufacturing cottage industries in Tashyangsi. There are also others in the Dzongkhag who are not registered but produce the traditional paper for additional income. For Sonam Darge in Tashyangsi, Sonam Phunzo, PBS News.
Well, that's all we have for this week. Do join us next time. Until then, this is Samtin Dolkar saying goodbye.